Collateral Beauty is directed by David Frankel and stars Will Smith, Kate Winslet, Helen Mirren, Michael Peña, Edward Norton, and Naomie Harris, and Keira Knightley, and a bunch of famous Academy Award nominated people. And a better title for this movie would have been Collateral Damage, because that's what it's going to do to most of these actors' careers. But unfortunately, that's already a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm not gonna change it. Why should I change it?
So you want collateral damage, huh?
Who the fuck are you?
I give you fucking collateral damage.
And it's the story of a very successful businessman who, after losing his daughter in death, retreats into seclusion. He becomes a hermit. He refuses to speak to anyone. He has a hard time emoting. His friends are extremely worried about him, and they try to find a way to help him. This film presented something extremely unique to me, and something that I've never really experienced when doing these movie reviews. The trailers for this movie tell you a plot. They tell you that this man is visited by death, love, and time, the very embodiments of these things, and that they speak to him and try to help him through this terrible situation. That's what the trailer says. Yeah, that's really not what this movie's about. Not even close. I mean, the trailers are a big lie. This is a giant marketing scam. This film is completely different from that in one specific way. And if I were to describe the actual plot of this movie to you right now, you would think that I was revealing a big third act twist, but I'm actually not. The main plot of this movie is revealed within the first 20 minutes, and it's completely different than the trailers are making you believe. It's a terrible cinematic bait and switch, and a lot of other critics in their reviews are choosing to tell you what the actual plot of this film is. So, if you really want to know what the real plot of this movie is, which isn't really a spoiler because it's in the first 20 minutes of the movie, I'm about to explain what the actual plot of the film is. The plot that the studios don't want you to know. The plot that they saw in the final finished product and went, oh my god, we have made a colossal miscalculation. Let's just market this as a spiritual film. So if you don't want to know what the actual plot of this movie is, I'm about to explain it. It's not a twist. It's the first 20 minutes of the movie. This is what happens. Will Smith is so broken up over the loss of his daughter that he is failing at his job. His friends Edward Norton, Kate Winslet, and Michael Peña all work for him, and they're worried they're going to lose their jobs because he isn't getting any new clients and he's being terrible with his old clients. So when they find out that he is writing letters to death, love, and time because they hire a private investigator to follow him, and she breaks into the U.S. Postal Service box wow, and finds the letters and shows them these letters, they hire 3 actors. And these 3 actors are told to pretend to be death, love, and time so that they can then approach Will Smith on the street and say, hey, I got your letter, you want to talk? So that the private investigator can film Will Smith talking to this actor, and then they're going to take that footage, and his friends, quote, friends, are going to digitally remove these actors from this footage to then show the board at their job Will Smith talking to no one on the street to prove that he's crazy and that he shouldn't be in a position of power there anymore so they can retain their jobs. Yeah, that's the actual plot of the film. Oh my god. No, I'm serious. That's not a spoiler. It's in the first 20 minutes of the movie. The trailers just lied to all of us. It's incredibly, shamelessly manipulative, just like the entire film. Okay, let's forget about the dumb plot thing and the fact that just makes no sense. How could these people have Hollywood technology capabilities of erasing an entire person from an iPhone video? Because that's what they do. Beyond the plot and how crazily stupid that is, this is an extremely flawed movie with some very good performances. But the real spoilers that I'm not going to get into about what happened towards the end of this film create such a logical flaw, an incredible coincidence that makes absolutely zero sense, that ruins the entire film. I could go on forever about how terrible and manipulative his friends are. I mean, this is a guy going through severe loss and pain, and they hire actors to portray people like death, love, and time to go help him deal with this sorrow so they can film it and make him look like he's nuts? How did this movie come into existence? That's crazy. Will Smith is really trying in this movie. He's an actor I admire a lot, but this is the December Will Smith Oscar bait movie. Last year we had Concussion. We've had other films like 7 Pounds and Legend of Bagger Vance, Ali. He does this from time to time, where he just kind of appears in these really Oscar-baity movies, Pursuit of Happiness, always around December-ish. The incredibly, horribly manipulative characters in this movie, and the awful plot line, and the fact that we never even see his life with his daughter makes it hard to connect with his character because we never see the happy side of his life. We have one scene in the opening where he's like, yeah, and he's like, you know, giving a speech and doing his Will Smithisms, and that's it. And then it's like 3 years later, and he's like, I'm sad. We never actually see him with his daughter, and one of the biggest reasons is because the film has a lot of secrets, and so it's trying to hide certain things, because if we see certain things, then we're going to know certain things, and the film is so concerned with hiding its twists and turns that it forgets to just make a heartfelt story. It's one of those scripts that's constantly trying to make you not notice certain things, so it has to take all of these weird routes and cut corners to make the various things that happen at the end work. And it's awful. I think this is a terrible movie. It's one of Will Smith's worst. The acting in it is pretty good, and I admire that. It's a nice looking movie. It's mostly well shot, but it has an incredibly awful plot that is so mindlessly stupid that I just cannot believe this many A-list actors signed on to this film. I can't believe it happened. I'm going to give Collateral Beauty a D. Guys, there's a reason the studio has buried this movie within the same weekend as a Star Wars film, despite that incredible A-list talent. They're ashamed, and they should be. Also, I want to make sure you guys know that my promotion with Audible is still going on. If you go to audible.com/Chris, you can get a free 30-day trial of this amazing audiobook service. You can download so many hundreds of thousands of audiobooks to so many different forms, like your MP3 player, your computer, your tablet, all different types of things. They have the legacy Star Wars novels on there, and with Rogue One coming out, that is a big thing for me. I have checked out a lot of those. There's such a great selection on audible.com/Chris. And if you go there, like I said, you get a free 30-day trial. They've been working with me for a while, and I want to thank them and you guys for using that service. Thank you very much for doing that. If you go to audible.com/Chris, as I said, that's a free 30-day trial. Check it out. It is worth your time. They have so much on that site. It is very helpful. You guys are the best. Thank you so much as always for watching. Stay tuned this weekend because I'm going to be doing a spoiler-filled review of Rogue One. That's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks very much, guys. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.